Physical fitness. What does that mean to you? What does it mean to me? All right. I've got a big bias towards physical fitness, right? And I'm sure some people might be opposed to it, have their, for whatever reason, I don't know why you would be. I understand some people can get a little overzealous with it, given the circumstances or whatever it is. The thing about fitness is it actually impacts your leadership tremendously. I've actually had discussions with other people about the importance of physical fitness and the impact it has on your leadership. And some people don't see it, and some I've had very positive interactions, and I've gained a lot of knowledge and perspective. To me, physical fitness is so much more than just getting that six-pack of abs and go out to the beach and get the beach bod. It's almost like it's a mentality within itself. And that alone, I mean, if you look at some of your friends or people who are in shape, you can tell the ones who are doing it for all the right reasons and the ones that are doing it for all the wrong reasons. Insecurity sometimes is one of those big things that people want to get into fitness for, which is, I mean, it's great. It can be bad because then maybe you have this misconception that once you get in this great physical shape that you're going to feel a different way. It's not one thing, right? And by no means do I think you have to be the most in shape person to be the best leader. I do feel that it has a massive impact on your overall mental well-being, your energy levels, and your presence, right? Because unfortunately, a lot of the things that most people in society do is they take you for your first impression. If this can be one piece to helping you become a better leader or helping you have that little bit more of influence on those around you in a positive way, then why not take control of something that is very easily in your control? I mean, look at people who are in wheelchairs, or they're missing a leg, both legs, missing an arm, both arms. You've seen it, you've seen Paralympics, you've seen those people, and they're freaking the mental barriers and obstacles that they had to get past. I can't even imagine that. I can't fathom that. But the fact that they're still able to look past this personal obstacle that they have, it speaks volumes. And you look at that person, you gain a level of respect for them because you're in this terrible situation. What you might consider terrible, and then some of them look at it as a blessing because it's changed their lives for the better. I can't personally understand that mindset or that mentality because I haven't been there. I haven't experienced it. I can think all I want what it's like to be in that situation. And at the end of the day, I mean, all it is speculation. Now, if there's something that you can do that will help you out and help your overall presence and well-being, why not do it? The fact of the matter is, exercise itself or being physically fit, right? Physically fit is also a relative term within itself, depending on who you're talking to. To be in some sort of physical fitness shape that's taking care of yourself, right? You'll feel better. Right? You'll feel better about your presence, your mood, your mentality, the ability to push and push until you break your muscles down for them to rebuild again. It's no different than, anything else you do in life where you break it down, you build it up, you fail, repeat, fail, repeat. You go to the gym, you work out your muscles, work them to failure, they rebuild, and then you repeat, and that's how they get bigger. But it's so much more than just getting sweet biceps or having the best looking abs once you step on the beach. It's not only the best selfish thing that you can do to take care of your body, but it's one of the most selfless things you can do. And why do I say that? So you're like, how is that selfless? Well, I'll tell you, if you are a parent and you have kids and you work a 9-to-5 job, or you're working slightly longer than 8 hours a day, and you come home, you're not in great shape, and you're physically and mentally drained from the day. But you have kids, right? And you have a wife, a husband, a partner, what have you, and you're physically, mentally drained. And you can't spend that time, you can't put yourself, your full self in there to spend the time with them that you should be, especially if you have younger kids and you come home, you're exhausted, and you're not giving them the attention that they need. A lot of that largely can be attributed to your physical fitness along with the stuff that you're putting in your body. If you can be there for your kids and have the energy to do that, and then why not do that? That's part of being a leader. It's finding the energy, it's making the energy to do the things that require more effort. And if you just worked a long day, guess what? You still need to apply effort to take care of your family. That's the first thing. And now let's say that they're growing up, they're getting older, and you're not taking care of your health as well as you should be, or you feel you should be. I feel like we all owe it to our families to make the most of this however long of a life we have as we can. And part of making the most of that is spending quality time with those people that you love around you. How selfish is it if we're sitting there, we're not taking care of our bodies, and we don't want to put in the extra work to create more energy for ourselves, but then we also don't want to put in the extra work to affect that one variable we have on your life, right? There's other stuff we don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how long your life is. If you could generalize that you have a possibility of living 75, 80, 90, 100 years old, then why would you not want to try and do that for the people around you? Because then you have this wealth of knowledge, and you have grandkids, and they want to learn from you. They want to learn from their grandparents. But you're not going to be there because you chose not to take care of yourself, and you lived a much shorter life than you should have, purely based off the fact that you did not want to take care of your body and have the little disciplines when it comes to diet. I don't have a perfect diet. I don't claim to have a perfect diet, but if I end up eating terrible food that I shouldn't have eaten, or that I wanted to eat, sometimes I think it's okay to do that. But when I do that and I choose to eat those things, guess what? I tell myself I have to hold myself accountable. And when I go work out, I work out significantly harder because you need to earn it. And quite frankly, a lot of you out there, you're just not earning it. You want it given to you. You want to be handed stuff. There's times where I want to be handed stuff, but I have to bring myself back down to reality. You just need to understand that everything needs to be earned. Life isn't going to give you handouts. And one of those things that you need to earn is longevity of life. And it's selfish if you're not, because then if you're not taking care of those little things to be there for your wife, husband, kids, partner, whatever you want to call it, whoever it is that they are to you, it's selfish. And one of the best talks I've heard, essentially what had to change his mind in the way he viewed life, was when a doctor didn't tell him, hey, you need to lose weight. It was a doctor putting it in perspective that, do you love your daughter? When he had a little girl, he said, yes, of course I love my daughter. Well, what kind of stupid question is that? He's like, well, do you want to see your daughter grow up? He's like, absolutely, I want to see my daughter grow up. Okay. When your daughter gets married, do you want to be the one that walks her down the aisle? And he said, of course I do. I wouldn't want anybody else walking my daughter down the aisle. That's my daughter. When I give her away, that's something that I want to be there and do. He's like, okay, well then you need to change what you're doing right now. Otherwise, that's not going to happen. You're not going to make it to there. And now think of that, not just from his perspective, but think of it from his daughter's perspective. I'm sure she would just as well have wanted him to be the one that walks her down. And to not have him walk her down that aisle, it would suck. And if it's due because of the life you're living and how you're dieting, why not take care of that? If you can, then why not? So that's the second thing, right? Is that it's completely selfless. Because you doing this and taking care of your body and how much physical fitness you have will largely impact those around you. And just being able to be there for them, being able to spend quality time with them, being less tired throughout the day, being less moody, feeling more confident in you, is too easy. You don't have to be the fittest man in the world or the fittest woman in the world. You don't have to be that, but you owe it to your family to take care of yourself. That's what I believe. I believe that we all have a duty. If you're going to have a family, or if you have a family that's taking care of you, then you owe it to yourself and you owe it to them to also take care of yourself, to be there for them and to be there for yourself. When it comes to just leading in general, right, you set that example. You set it for your family, you set it for your kids, that this is what it's going to take. It's a mentality. Like, I have to make this a lifestyle to take care of my physical fitness and my overall health. Your kids will see that, and of course there's only so much you can affect with that, and that's part of it, is learning to control what you can control, and there's some things that are out of your control. Let's say you're a boss now, right? Your overall presence and how you take care of yourself, again, it's just one of those little things. It's not the end all be all. Just because you're in great shape does not make you a great boss. I don't think that by any means. Please do not think that's what I think, because being in great shape does not make you a great leader. But being the smartest person in the room also does not make you a great leader. There needs to be a balance. But part of that balance, if you're able to take care of yourself, you're able to have more energy, be in a better mood, feel better about yourself, your energy, that's the people that you're with, they'll feel that and they'll see it. If you become too vain with it, and of course, and you do too much, and then you expect everybody else to be the fittest people in the world, then that's going to hurt you, right? So finding that balance is important. The simplest thing that we can do is take care of ourselves. Or if I'm following somebody and I can look at you and you're my leader, right? One of the things you're not doing to take care of yourself, to take care of your health, I'm not going to hold it against you, but subconsciously, that for everybody, that's going to play some bit of a role in influence that you have. I've had plenty of bosses that were in either good shape or not the best shape. I personally don't let that affect my relationship. I don't think you're a terrible person, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying this is one little thing that you can do to help yourself out, help others out around you. It's not going to make you a terrible leader if you're not doing it. And I think there's people who might not be in the best shape, that they still can be great leaders, but they also make up for it in many other ways. What if I see somebody that is constantly pushing themselves physically, mentally, spiritually? That makes me want to push myself. If I see you as a leader constantly trying to strive to be better, that's going to make me want to be better. So if you want to have that little bit more of influence on your own personal leadership style, or however it is you are, with wherever you are in life, whether it's a job or just family, then why not take control of that? It's really simple. You don't have to be in the best shape in the world, but you do owe it to yourself, and you do owe it to the people that love you to take care of your own health. The things that you eat, the stuff that you do to stay active, to set the example, to have the energy, to have the motivation, the positivity. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family, you owe it to your colleagues. And it's one of the small things that you can do in the grand scheme of everything that will have a massive impact not only on your own personal well-being, but the well-being of others around you. Start small, start with a little run or a walk, and just grow from there. Just like you did from when you were a child, to middle school, to high school, to college, to your trade, to whatever it is that you do for a profession. You didn't roll right into it, and you don't have to roll right into it with this by running a marathon. Life is a marathon. So just take the small steps to finish.